Hello, everyone. How are you today? I hope you're doing amazing because today we are going to talk about something very important: how to learn English easily and fluently. Trust me, by the end of this video, all your doubts about learning English will be cleared, you will feel more confident, and you'll know exactly what steps to take. Before we start, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss any lessons like this. And if you have any questions or doubts about learning English, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I personally reply to all of them because I am here with you in this journey, step by step. So, are you ready? Let's begin. First, let's understand why learning English is so important. English is not just a language, it's a tool that connects people from all over the world. Whether it's talking to someone from America, Australia, or Britain, or even making new friends in your own country, English opens doors to opportunities. It helps you get better jobs, travel confidently, and express yourself freely. But I know it's not always easy. Sometimes you feel stuck. You feel shy when you want to speak. You think, what if I make mistakes? What if people laugh at me? I've been there too. Let me tell you a little story about myself. When I started learning English, I used to feel very nervous. I would think, what if I say something wrong? I remember one time, I wanted to say something simple to a shopkeeper, but I froze because I didn't know the right words. I felt embarrassed, but later I thought, this is how I learn. Mistakes are my best teachers. Slowly, I built confidence by talking to myself. Yes, I used to look in the mirror and practice. I would imagine conversations like ordering food or meeting someone for the first time. This small habit made a big difference. If you're just starting to learn English, don't worry. Here are some simple and practical steps. Listening is your best friend. Start with listening. Why? Because babies learn their first language by listening, not by reading grammar books. You can do the same. Listen to easy English podcasts or YouTube channels. Watch movies or shows with subtitles. Don't focus on understanding every word. Just listen for the overall meaning. For example, when I started, I watched cartoons because they use simple English. Shows like Peppa Pig or Dora the Explorer are great for beginners. Speak, even if you make mistakes. The biggest mistake people make is waiting until their English is perfect. Let me tell you, perfection doesn't exist. Start speaking from day one. Talk to yourself when you're alone. Describe your day or your feelings. Find a friend or join a group where you can practice without fear. Here's a fun tip. Pick a random object, like a chair or a pen, and describe it in English. For example, this is a pen. It is blue. I use it to write. This might feel silly, but it works. How to overcome shyness. Many of you might feel shy, especially when speaking to others. I understand how that feels. Here's what helped me. Remind yourself that nobody speaks perfectly in the beginning. Even native speakers make mistakes. Practice small phrases like, "Hi, how are you?" or "Can you help me?" These small steps will boost your confidence. One day, I tried saying good morning to a stranger. At first, I was scared, but when they smiled and replied, I felt so proud. You can do it too. Understanding native speakers. Sometimes it's hard to understand native speakers because they speak fast or use slang. Here's what you can do. Start with slow audio or videos. Platforms like YouTube have a playback speed option. Focus on their tone and expressions. Often, their gestures and tone will help you understand the meaning. For example, if you hear someone say, "What's up?" they don't mean the sky, it just means, "How are you?" Learning these little phrases will make things easier. Make a routine. Learning English is like going to the gym. You need to practice every day to see results. Morning. Start your day with 10 minutes of listening or reading. Afternoon. Write a small paragraph about your day. Evening. Watch a short English video or talk to someone in English. Consistency is the key. Even if you can only spend 15 minutes a day, that's enough as long as you're regular. What to do when you're stuck? It's normal to forget words or feel stuck when speaking. Here's how to handle it. Use simple words. If you forget the word delicious, you can say very tasty. Don't stop speaking. Replace the forgotten word with a gesture or explanation. For example, once I forgot the word umbrella, so I said, "the thing that protects you from rain." The listener understood, and I didn't feel bad. Americans, British, and Australians' English has different accents and words in different countries. For example, Americans say elevator, while British people say lift. Australians have a unique accent, but don't let that scare you. Focus on learning one style first, and later explore others. Learning English is not just about words, it's about mindset. Stay positive, celebrate small wins, and never compare yourself to others. Everyone learns at their own pace. The power of reading. Reading is one of the most effective ways to improve your English. It helps you expand your vocabulary, understand sentence structures, and think in English. Here's how to make reading a habit. Start with what you love. Don't start with complicated books or boring topics. Begin with something that excites you. If you love romance, read short romance stories. If you like mysteries, try beginner-friendly detective stories. Magazines, blogs, or even recipe books are great if they match your interests. Example: I started with children's books like The Very Hungry Caterpillar. They have simple words and pictures, making it easy to understand. Slowly, I moved to short novels like The Little Prince, read aloud. When you read aloud, you improve your pronunciation and speaking skills. It also boosts your confidence. Tip: choose a short paragraph, read it aloud, and record yourself. Then, listen to your recording to notice your pronunciation and improve. Underline new words. Keep a highlighter or pencil with you while reading. When you come across a word you don't know, underline it. Guess its meaning from the context. Look it up in a dictionary later and write it down in a notebook. Example: let's say you read, "The boy was ecstatic about his new toy." From the sentence, you might guess that ecstatic means very happy. Write it in your notebook with an example. Ecstatic, adjective, very happy. Example: she was ecstatic when she got her dream job. The art of writing is a powerful way to practice everything you've learned. It forces you to think in English and organize your thoughts. Start small. Begin with simple sentences. Don't worry about grammar at first. Just write whatever comes to your mind. Example: Write about your day. I woke up at 7 a.m. I made tea and had toast for breakfast. Then I went to work. Keep a journal. Dedicate a notebook for daily journaling. Every night, write about your day, your feelings, or your plans for tomorrow. Tip: if you don't know how to express something, use simple words or look up phrases online. Practice creative writing. Writing doesn't have to be boring. Try creating short stories or dialogues. Example: imagine you are ordering food at a restaurant. Write the conversation. You: "Hi, can I see the menu, please?" Waiter: "Sure, here you go. What would you like to order?" You: "I'll have a cheeseburger and a Coke." New methods to learn English. Shadowing technique. This is one of the most effective ways to improve speaking and listening. Find a short English audio clip like a podcast or dialogue. Play it and repeat what you hear, trying to match the speaker's tone and speed. Example: listen to a line like, "How's the weather today?" Pause the audio and repeat it exactly as you heard it. Talk to AI or virtual assistants. Use virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, or Google Assistant to practice speaking English. Ask questions like, "What's the weather today? How do you make pasta?" Set your phone to English. Change the language settings on your phone to English. This forces you to read and understand English every day. Play word games. Games like Scrabble, word search, or crossword puzzles help you learn new words while having fun. What to do when you forget words. It's normal to forget words while speaking or writing. Here's how to handle it. Describe the word. If you can't remember the word, explain it in simple terms. Example: if you forget refrigerator, say the thing where we keep food cold. Use synonyms. Learn synonyms for common words so you always have alternatives. Example: if you forget beautiful, you can say pretty, lovely, or attractive. Dealing with confusion between accents. Choose one accent. Start by focusing on one accent, American, British, or Australian, based on your goals. For work, American English is common. For travel, British or Australian English might be helpful. Watch accent-specific content. For American English, watch Friends or The Big Bang Theory. For British English, watch Sherlock or The Crown. For Australian English, watch Bluey or Neighbours. Learn common differences. American, apartment, British flat. American, truck, British lorry. Knowing these differences will help you avoid confusion. Learning English is a journey, not a race. Here's how to stay motivated. Celebrate small wins. If you learn 10 new words or have a successful conversation, reward yourself. Find a role model. Follow someone who inspires you, like an English teacher or public speaker, and learn from their journey. Visualize your goal. Imagine yourself speaking English fluently, giving presentations, or traveling confidently. This vision will keep you motivated. Now that you've learned how to improve your listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills, it's time to focus on something equally important: how to use words effectively in sentences. This lesson is packed with fresh methods, examples, and tips to help you confidently create sentences and express yourself fluently. Understanding sentence building. A sentence is like a complete thought. It usually has 3 main parts. First subject, who or what the sentence is about. Second verb, what the subject is doing. Third, object, Who or what receives the action? Example, subject, I, verb, eat, object, apples. The sentence is, I eat apples. Tip: always think of a sentence as telling a small story. Even the simplest sentence has a beginning subject, middle verb, and end object. When you're learning, don't try to create long or complex sentences right away. Begin with basic structures, examples of simple sentences. I like coffee. She goes to school. They play football. Once you're comfortable with these, you can slowly add more details. I like coffee in the morning. She goes to school every day at 8 a.m. They play football in the park after school. Exercise, write 10 simple sentences about your daily routine. Example, I wake up at 7 a.m. Learn words in context. Never memorize a word alone. Always learn it in a sentence. This helps you how to use it naturally. Example, word, happy sentence. I feel happy when I listen to music. Create your own sentences. After learning a word, write 3 to 5 sentences using it. This practice will make the word stick in your memory. Word, delicious sentences. This cake is delicious. We had a delicious dinner at the restaurant. The smell of the food was so delicious. Use word families. When you learn a word, try to learn related words too. Example, word, beauty sentence. She admires the beauty of the sunset. Related words, beautiful. The dress is beautiful. Beautify, they will beautify the garden. Adding details makes your sentences more interesting and complete. Here's how. Add adjectives and adverbs. Adjectives describe nouns and adverbs describe verbs. Basic, she has a dress. With an adjective, she has a beautiful dress. Basic, he runs. With an adverb, he runs quickly. Use prepositions. Prepositions show relationships between words like place, time, or direction. Examples, place, the book is on the table. Time, we'll meet at 5 p.m. Direction, she walked to the park. Combine ideas. Use conjunctions like and, but, or, and because to connect ideas. Examples, I like tea and coffee. He is tired because he worked late. Common sentence structures. 1. Affirmative sentences. Positive. These state something is true. Example, I love learning English. 2. Negative sentences. These show something is not true. Example, I do not like rainy days. Third questions. These ask for information. Example, do you like pizza? Fourth, imperative sentences, commands. These give orders, advice, or instructions. Example, please open the door. Exercise. Write 2 sentences of each type using your own ideas. How to practice sentence building daily. 1. Daily journaling. Every day write 5 to 10 sentences about your day. Start with simple ones and gradually make them more detailed. 2. Talk to yourself. Describe what you're doing in English as you do it. Example, I am making tea. I am washing the dishes. Use sentence templates. Templates help you get comfortable with common structures. I feel happy when I read a book. I like to in my free time. I like to watch movies in my free time. When you speak English, you may feel nervous or unsure about forming sentences. Here's how to overcome this. You don't need perfect grammar to start speaking. Use phrases like, I want this. Can you help me? Where is the restroom? Think about situations where you'll need English and prepare sentences for them. At a restaurant, can I have the menu, please? At a store, how much does this cost? Meeting someone. Hi, my name is Jasmine. Learn fixed expressions. These are ready-made phrases you can use without thinking too much. Examples: how are you? Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, can you repeat that? And remember, making mistakes is a part of learning. Every time you make a mistake, you're one step closer to fluency. When I was learning, I once said, I am boring, instead of I am bored. People laughed, but I learned the correct way and never forgot it. Now I am going to give you all the tools, techniques, and inspiration to not just learn English, but to live it, breathe it, and use it confidently in every situation. By the end of this, you'll feel unstoppable, ready to take on the world with your improved English skills. The mindset shift. Think like a confident speaker. Before we dive into methods, let's address the most important factor, your mindset. Learning English isn't just about grammar, vocabulary, or sentences. It's about believing in yourself, embracing challenges, and never giving up. How to build the right mindset. Focus on progress, not perfection. Remember, no one speaks perfectly all the time, not even native speakers. Celebrate small victories, like using a new word or completing a conversation in English. Turn fear into curiosity instead of thinking, what if I make a mistake? Ask yourself, what can I learn today? To truly master English, you need to make it a part of your daily life. Think of English as your new best friend. Change your environment. Set your phone, computer, and apps to English. Label items around your home with their English names: mirror, fridge, sofa. While cooking, I'm cutting the vegetables now. While walking, the weather is sunny and warm today. Use tongue twisters. Practice tongue twisters to improve your clarity and fluency. She sells seashells by the seashore. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? Practice with mirrors. Stand in front of a mirror. Pretend you're speaking to someone and observe your expressions and body language. This builds confidence. Challenge yourself daily. Say hello to a stranger. Ask a simple question in English like, what time is it? And when you're stuck in a conversation, use fillers to buy time. Let me think. That's interesting. Your attitude towards English shapes your results. Stay positive and motivated with these strategies. Watch inspiring stories of people who learned English and changed their lives. Advanced tips for daily practice. Create a speaking zone. Dedicate 15 to 30 minutes daily where you only speak, think, and write in English. Study idioms and phrases. Native speakers use idioms a lot. Learn a few each week and practice them. Break the ice. Start a conversation. Under the weather. Feeling sick. Learning English is a lifelong journey. Imagine the doors it will open for you. Better jobs, new friendships, exciting travel experiences, and so much more. Every word you learn is a step closer to fluency. Every sentence you speak brings you closer to confidence. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Final challenge for you. Write 3 things you love about learning English. Record yourself speaking about your day in English. Share 1 sentence in the comments using an idiom you learned today. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and never stop believing in yourself. You're already amazing, and with English, you'll only grow stronger.